the men's race is really close. Right now, Texas has 131 points. Texas Tech has 129 points. So
what we won't see is the Red Raiders and the Longhorns on the track at the same time. Texas Tech here in this first heat is 2 points back of Texas. As this is what you're looking at. Everybody else fighting for bronze. As the Longhorns are looking for their 9th Big 12 title. But a little bit of a drought indoors since 2017 here in the Big 12 for the Burnt Orange. There'll be spectators during this first heat. See, Ryan Champlin will get things started for Texas Tech. But the woman who finished it all, again for Baylor, ultimately getting the job done there, Lily Williams. What a bright spot. She and all of her teammates together, and I believe we'll have a chance to talk to Aria Minor, or pardon me, with Miller.
Congratulations, ladies. That was an incredible finish. What were your thoughts heading into this meet, knowing that Texas women are always pose such a challenge in that 4x4?
Yeah, well, we just wanted to make sure that we all ran our hardest, run and drop a fast time, so it was really nice to cross the finish line and see that 3:31 on the board.
And Aaliyah, this is your second Big 12 title of the day. How does it feel in your senior year to take home 2 Ws?
Oh, it feels so great, especially having to sit out and watch this last year. I just really thought, it was really nice to come back and contribute and bring the title back to Waco.
Has the challenges of 2020 and the pandemic given you any different perspective on track and field and athletics?
No, not really. It just makes you want it even more. It makes you want to grind and not take anything for granted. So that's something that we've all been reminding each other as a team. And when it counts to show out like today, we did.
Well, congratulations, ladies. Great job today. Can't wait to see you guys here next.
Thank you.
So that, again, your winning team for Baylor in the 4x400. As K-State leading the way for the men right now. About a second faster than Texas Tech. And right now, K-State could do the Longhorns a bit of a favor in the overall picture on the men's side. As Ryan Champlin wrapping up that opening leg. Kyle Gale certainly been a fun one for K-State to follow in his journey.
It was a 45-78 split for Kyle Gale on the second leg for K-State, helping them to a healthy lead with 2 legs to go.
Shankar and Wilson are slated to be the back half of this 4x400 for K-State. One of whom just got done winning a field event. I believe that's Chancellor Stevenson trying to help close the gap, handing off to Cephas. I believe that's Sean Wilson for K-State.
Wow, now this is a battle. This is why we love the 4x4. Some elbows, some bows getting thrown.
If you're a fan of NASCAR, you're okay with it.
Josiah McGinnis trying to show out on his home track here in Lubbock, Texas for Texas Tech.
Sean Wilson was able to hold off the first pass attempt, trying to get it to his anchor. Wilson will cross with the time. The question is, will it be good enough? 3:08.84.
And while we're watching that team battle, Texas Tech's time, 3:09:35.
Yeah, excellent point there. Tech needs to finish better than Texas to have a chance. That is going to be a challenge for them to overcome the Longhorns, presumably. Unless there's some sort of surprise here in the second section. So K-State sets the bar at 3:08:84. And again, we've had a chance to talk to several Longhorns here on Championship Saturday for the women, as they have officially locked up their 4th straight team title. Icing on the cake was the 4x400. As we'll check in with Ms. Williams.
Congratulations on your 400 win today. What does it mean to you to run a 51.6?
Honestly, I really wanted to break my PR, so I'm really happy I was able to go out there and run a new PR.
And this is your first time under 52, right?
Correction, 51,
okay.
and yes.
Okay, awesome. You know, how do you come back from a tough 400 meters and get ready to run that 4x4 not too much later?
Honestly, I think that's all we basically do in practice, do it over and over again, so we'll be ready when we get out here.
How many 400s will you run in a practice session?
Maybe like 6, probably split sometimes.
Okay, so just 2 in a day. That wasn't that bad.
Yes.
Well, congratulations. What are your goals for nationals?
I want to, for sure, be in the podium, but we'll cross that bridge and we'll get there.
Okay. Still have a few weeks to train and prepare. Well, congratulations. Enjoy the Big 12 title today. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So again, a member of the women's team title for the Longhorns, who finished with 154.5 points. Baylor, of course, took that final event, the 4x400 on the women's side. A fantastic showing. Longhorn men are hoping to do just enough here in the 4x400 to make Texas the first team in 6 years to win both the men's and women's titles. Last team to do it, Texas Longhorns, back in 2015. They have a 2-point cushion over the Red Raiders. Again, obviously, even without gold, they could still end Texas Tech's hopes if they just do better than the Red Raiders' 3:09:35 time. But they have a little higher aspirations in this final event to go out in style.
That's right. I think when you go to Texas, the goal is always to win.
So the scheduled foursome are John Moss, Micaiah Harris, Charles Brockman III, and Wellington Wright for Texas. As TCU, Baylor, Oklahoma joins them here in the 4x400. Again, a lot for Texas Tech, a nice showing considering the fact that a lot of their sprinters are out of indoor eligibility, but we'll see them back in the outdoor game. That includes a lot of the members of the 2019 national title team. This is your final men's event in 2021 in the Big 12 Indoor Championships, men's 4x400.
And we just have 3 teams here as Baylor has scratched. So TCU, Texas, and Oklahoma. 3:08:84 is the time to beat.
Demarius Smith leading off for Oklahoma. Blake Hennessy for TCU. Right now with the advantage. TCU, your defending champions in the 4x400.
And that's Smith passing into second, rounding the bend into first. Mass is going to try and ride that wave.
Oklahoma, a couple of meet wins in the 4x400 this year.
And this is Micaiah Harris for Texas on the second leg, our 200-meter champion from earlier today. And he's going to try and get Texas back in contention, but that's Marianga for TCU in front right now.
his third year part of this 4x400, a three-time All-American, both indoors and outdoors, leading the way for the Horned Frogs.
Harris trying to come up. Madianga's kind of running on the very outside edge of lane 1 to prevent him from passing. It's all about the tactics.
And the Horned Frogs will be the first to make that exchange.
Now we have some splits for you. That was a 47-35 opening split for Hennessy of TCU and a 46-06 for Madianga, as Charles Brockman of Texas now runs on the outside of David Seat.
Brockman still trying to give Texas that first lead. Seat able to hold him off on the most recent turn.
Seat with the advantage of that inside lane, but Epps of Oklahoma trying to come up on the outside.
Oh,
Brockman starting to edge ahead.
What a finish we're in for. Texas makes the first exchange to Wellington Wright, the anchor.
And this shows you the importance of a strong practice handoff, because those three teams were all right next to each other, and now Texas has a decisive lead on the field.
Wellington Wright and his teammates already know that they are your Big 12 champions as a team overall on the men's side after the women did the same. But trying to add on those final points and go out with the final team title, the 4x400.
Ethan Brown trying to come up on the outside. Wright trying to hang on. And Wright is going to take it, securing the 4x4 title as well as the overall team title at the Big 12 Championships for the Longhorns.
Time of 307.2 for the Longhorns, edging TCU with their time 307.33.
And both of those times will hold up, as well as Oklahoma's time as faster than our first section winners, K-State at 308.84.
So the final team tally for Texas, 141 points. They have swept the Big 12 team titles for the men and women. First time any school has done that since the Longhorns in 2015. Texas Tech men will take silver as a unit. Oklahoma finishes third with their 89 points. Again, on the women's side, it was Texas, OK State, along with K-State, going 1, 2, and 3. Congratulations to the Longhorns program. They will be taking both of those big titles back to Austin. Haas, Harris, Brockman, and Wright, the winning formula for the Burnt Orange tonight. Again, Texas just made it close. This is where it would ultimately get interesting, and it was that final handoff so critical heading into the anchor leg.
Yeah, I almost I want to watch it again, because I don't understand.
Once Wellington Wright was given the lead, ultimately would never look back.
And actually, if you look at the splits, we're going to take a quick break.
And we'll step aside. When we come back, we will have a couple of trophies awarded. It'll be a very happy bunch from the 5-1-2 38 champions. A couple of team trophies to hand out. A moment ago in the men's 4x400, our final event of the night, Wellington Wright was the last man to hold the baton. He'll be the last man to hold the microphone as well as he chats with JoJo.
Congratulations on the win tonight. Now you've got to take us through that final handoff, because it seemed like you guys were neck and neck with TCU, and then just in that final handoff, you guys were able to run away with it. Tell us, can you walk us through that?
Yeah, it was a hard experience. We were trying ourselves just to finish. Our coach was telling us all we had to do was carry the baton around and we would win. But we can't just win the team title. We also got to win the 4x4. That's the most important race. So we got to finish strong.
Yeah, there's always a lot of personal pride on the line in that 4x4. What does it mean to you in your first season at UT to win this for the Longhorns?
First, I got COVID in the beginning of the season, so it was a struggle. I was praying that I would just be able to get in shape before a conference, but hey, things happen. So I'm just glad that I was able to do it with the team that I love and carried it around with my guys.
Awesome. What does it mean to be a part of a conference title winning team?
It means the world. I transferred from a smaller school in Tennessee, and just to be able to come here and do something great, that's all I wanted to do, and I'm very thankful for it.
What are the goals ahead for the Longhorns?
We're trying to get as many to the Olympic trials.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the Big 12 title today, and good luck. We'll look forward to following you guys the rest of the year.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So again, that's John Moss, Micaiah Harris, Charles Brockman III, and Willington Wright, the winning anchor. And it was all about that final handoff to Willington. Once he was given the advantage, entering the anchor leg, he did his part, closing things out. And you'll forgive us if the rest of this broadcast looks like a whole lot of burnt orange on your screen. That is because the women did what they do. Their 24th conference indoor title, 7 of the last 8 Big 12 titles, their 4th straight. And the men are going to join them for the first sweep by any school since back in 2015 when this same program able to do it. We're going to take one final break. When you rejoin us, we've got a couple of trophies to hand out as University of Texas will take both the women's and men's team honors